Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are Communist Cape Colony. Well, that is wild. Hey, Britain, you want to give us huge piles of cash to... Excellent. Excellent. Well, alright, first thing we're doing is we're once again in a condottiero action with the 4th Brazilian Army to protect Great Britain from the scourge of communism. I think we'll also send the 3rd Brazilian Army, not because it's needed, but because we said we would. We gotta make sure this works. I gotta make sure there's not a problem. So this is, depending on playing Indonesia, this is Bhutan. Anyone want to be a subject? No? Okay. Cool. So, River of Coffee, I have to assume we're the leading... Oh, being the leading rubber producer doesn't count. That said, exploiting the Amazon, we may be able to do some of this as we get these many, many rubber plantations built. Oh. Interesting. We need level 2 urban centers to develop them. And that will help us get these states into a better state. So I'll think about that later. I've got a lot of construction projects underway right now. I'm almost done with the huge naval expansion. I'm gonna... Moving for old age pensions. Now that's interesting. Communist Congo. This one as well? Golly. Transfer a subject, you say? Or a state. Oh my gosh, can I get Nagaland, Kasai, but not Guyana. Hold on. I can get a little chunk of Africa. West Micronesia. That's not useful to me. Alright, so not a state. What about a subject? Get the Mosquito Kingdom. That would be interesting. I forgot that was a British subject. You know what, Britain? I will assist you in this war as well. In exchange for overlordship over the Mosquito Kingdom. Gosh, I'm gonna look like a fool if I end up with a bunch of Alright, we got units on 2 fronts over here. No, you know what? We'll mobilize the main army. We'll mobilize the main army and we'll put them here in the north. And we'll fight for the British Congo. It's going to cost us a lot in the short term, but it's going to be worth it. 2 arms. I don't think we need to improve relations with Chile. We're almost done, actually, improving relations with Chile, so we'll finish that out. And then we'll be good to go on influence. I think our influence went down because we took 2 protectorates. And that is the end of the war in Congo. Excellent. And now the Mosquito Kingdom is going to be our protectorate. And we'll improve relations with them. That's only going to cost us 75, because they're an extremely small country. This would cost us 100 authority. We're a little bit short on influence right now, just because we're improving relations with quite a few different countries. We have been doing a moderate amount of aggression in the world, so our influence is a little short, particularly because we haven't been... There is a movement for old age pensions. 2 arms. I am tempted to just do it. Oh no, the industrialists would not like this. And I gotta save the industrialists. Can't you agitate for regulatory bodies? Can't you agitate for something better, please? What about better working conditions, or, you know, safer Just all that stuff. Then I can make the perpetrators pay for their crimes every time I'm accused of creating hell on earth and all my rubber plantations. A thing that I, once again, objectively definitely did do. That would be awesome. I would love it if the people would provide for that. Ooh, we got a City of Plenty event. Wonderful. The most prominent members of Rio de Janeiro high society have been seen organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. Marble walls, shimmering stone. The noise of people coming and going brings the city back to life when we didn't even know it was dead. Tall buildings cover the sunsets, kids play with bricks, smoke blends with the clouds, and a distant bell announces the next train. Progress is coming. I can say let them celebrate to get 10% loyalists among the upper and middle strata, or I can say the party will never end to get 25% instead, but it'll increase the minimum expected standard of living for the upper strata in Rio de Janeiro. So, we'll look at the population. They are wealthy, 42. Their minimum expected is secure. I can definitely tolerate a 3 increase, so we'll say the party will never end. We have successfully won this war as well, so once these 2 wars sort themselves out, we'll be good to go. And now we are protecting the Mosquito Kingdom. And we could reduce their autonomy once they're no longer... once we are no longer in a war, but realistically, I don't know that we necessarily want to. The goal would eventually be to annex them, but the Mosquito Kingdom is Mosquito, and Mosquito people are of indigenous American heritage and Mesoamerican, so they would not be able to be accepted in our accepted pops in our country if we can't get to multiculturalism, which is a lot harder to get to in the current build than it was in the original build of the game a long time ago. Communist South Africa has capitulated, which is very good. I'm quite pleased about that. And that means this is the last war, and then we'll be rolling in dough, which is good. So I think in order to take advantage of this new cash flow, I am going to increase the number of construction sectors in the country, a thing I've been doing a bunch of that nobody asked me to do. Maybe I'll build a couple in Amazonas. I don't know. Again, Zulia seems like the right place to build up. And we'll do some in Miranda. I'm gonna build up Lima. That's what I'm gonna do. Got a lot of infrastructure available in Lima. And La Paz as well. We see that's 8. We'll double up on La Paz, because we got a lot of labor available there. And we'll just throw these all the way at the top. We've got a rubber rush event. This place seems to be the most effective. Am I the world's leading rubber producer at this point? We're about to edge out Prussia and Russia. Goods producer. I am the world's number 2 rubber producer, but I'm the number 1 gold producer, which is good. I'm also the number 2 fine art producer and the number 2 luxury furniture producer. That's fun. What's fun is that I'm edging out Prussia and Russia, both countries that have an economy that's only a little smaller than mine. So they're getting a lot of their... Perfect. DO5, I don't know what that's about. They're getting a lot of their power projection from military, and I'm not, because my military is actually not that big, which means I could potentially build up a slightly stronger military and really clean up from a prestige perspective, something I am tempted to do. Because if I can get up to like 2,000, that'll put me just short of Great Britain and France, and obviously I'm not going to be anywhere close to Great Britain because their economy is huge, and they're holding, a quarter of the globe hostage in their massive empire. But, I could have that. And then I could, for example, go after Russia and just be like, hey, Russia, give me my treaty ports back, you nerd. Give me my treaty ports. My ports. Give them to me. So, let's see if I can find an agitator. And again, the goal is, can I invite I currently can invite agitators. So I want to get someone in the... Sorry. I want to get someone, ideally, and I'm not going to be able to do this right now, I want to get someone in the industrialists who has an equal opinion between census suffrage and universal suffrage, so that I can get a really good... Excuse me, Great Britain, we are allies. We're not allies. Why are you antagonistic towards me? Oh man, this is a real headache. I thought we were allies. I thought we were good to go, Great Britain. I thought we were solid. I thought you and I had a thing going on. But apparently that thing was entirely me, and I feel very sad about this. All right, well, we're going to need to build up some more naval infrastructure sooner than I thought we were going to. We'll build a couple more of these in Rio de Janeiro. A few more in Sao Paulo. Let me see, that's 10. Let's go up to 50 all told. So, 7 in Zulia. That means we need 2 more. Let's put them in Antioquia. And then for capital ships, let's build another 20 levels. So, 4 in Antioquia, 4 in Lima, we'll do 6 in Rio de Janeiro, 4 in Sao Paulo, 4 in Bahia. That's actually 2 more than we need. And I'm going to mostly throw those at the top. Yeah, I'm going to throw those completely at the top. Because Britain decided to be all unreasonable. I hope that they will change their position regarding Brazil once we have a much larger and angrier navy. Papua is going after France. Oh, this is Native Rebellion? Yes. That is what that is. Oh, France has got a hold of a lot of territories over here. Great Britain, why? I love that they're bankrolling us, and the trade agreement that we have is mitigating their ability to damage relations with us. We're getting another play for power event. Let's see who it is this time. It's the rural folk again. Let's do it. Let's do it again, and we'll see if these continued power plays continue to make the rural folk strong enough that they could be useful in a government. We would be really low on legitimacy here. Because the frickin' petite bourgeoisie. Okay, can this guy get out of here? I could push him out. Because if they're led by like an authoritarian or something, then they won't want to join the intelligentsia's party, and that'll be better. Radicals are going down, and loyalists are steadily increasing. Mostly because the standard of living is going up, or at least I like to think that that's why. Brazilian naval power is solid. Inefficient agriculture event once again. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in Cajamarca, stating that their undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. The fertile soil of our people suffers, relegated to tired and calloused hands, too exhausted from manual labor to perform at a decent level, too poor to be able to use more advanced tools that would make them more profitable. This industry is just a useless investment. I'm going to say we should follow their advice once again. Annexed subject in South India. They're annexing Travancore. We had an alliance once, Great Britain. I'm not sure why you canceled our alliance, but It's making me really sad. I can reduce the autonomy of Argentina. They will accept, so let's go ahead and do it. They've accepted. Wonderful. What about Chile? Chile, we still have a truce with for another 28 months. So we'll just kind of let that continue for now. I think we're basically going to go till the end of the year. All right, rural folk are now powerful. Oh, that's right. This is dumb. I shouldn't have done this. Because the rural folk are still slavery heads. Ooh, but I could pull this social democrat in here. Hold on. He likes universal suffrage. Alright, I think we're going to try and do this. Ban. Ban. And now, not monarchy. Oh, right. We have to take this guy and put him in power. And now we can do universal suffrage. And now the industrialists are not as mad as they could be. Alright, we got 18%. No stall chance. There's probably going to be a stall chance eventually, but, you know, we'll deal with that when the time comes. I also want to increase wages, so this will be useful for that, to get the workers' good stuff laws. There's the preserved census suffrage movement. So that's giving us 60% stall chance. Really? Even though they're not in the government. That's really unfortunate. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. This appears to have made the petit bourgeois stronger, a thing that I'm not super pleased about. I hope this doesn't turn out to have been a mistake. Alright, so development in Para is continuing to go smoothly. Relations with Argentina are improving. They are cordial with us. And with Chile, we're just fine. Again, Britain, if you'd stop conquering stuff, more people would like you. The United States is no longer infamous, which is interesting. You know, maybe I don't need to be involved in this at all. Alright, Britain. Alright, Britain. We'll see how you like it without my huge numbers of units coming and helping you in wars. I've really gotten a dangerous level of construction here. So we're gonna see how things go. Luxury clothes are still ridiculously cheap in our market. But we're selling them. We're selling them for huge piles of cash. Raising concerns. The armed forces have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Bro, I'm making the industrialists mad even as we speak. You need to accept that we can't always please everyone. I'm doing a big ol' universal suffrage here. I think maybe the right call. Ooh, anarchism. Interesting. Unlocks the anarchism ideology. Neat. So we see how that goes. Oh, it's actually... I'm like, is it about time to end the episode? And it's like, no. No, it isn't. Maybe it's time to get serious. Industrialists, you're too strong. Let's take a quick run at yeah, we need to be encouraging export of our luxury clothes, because we want to keep the price for luxury clothes high. We can even export them to France. Because we got to get these trade routes heckin' profitable. Which they look like they still are. We are basically exporting some ludicrous amount of the luxury clothes that we produce, but 605 all told. But it's important. Alright, come on, give me a ridiculous result. Give me all happiness all the time, why don't you? I don't like this situation right here. Why don't y'all want to vote? Rabble-rousing. Stall. A few pointed comments from Gaspar Saldanha da Gama have left Francisco Escobar scrambling for a simple price, a loaf of bread. The debates on universal suffrage have since stalled. A portion of milled wheat determines a meal. 3 of those a day, 7 days a week is the crux of a wage. Give a worker their bread and their roof plus 10% and it's a year's living. And yet, some will tell them to eat cake, unaware that cake is made from wheat. There's electrical generation, that'll be useful. Reputation takes time to heal. Extra popularity, weaker intelligentsia, reduced enactment chance. Or keep the issue focused on the law. Francisco Escobar gets out of touch. I'll go with the first one. I'm not sure. We only lost 5%, so we still got a decent chance here. And we lost it to the debates, not the stalls. That's what's important. So, I just got electrical generation. So I think it might be a good time to electrify the country. Some people built synthetics plants for reasons that elude me. We've got frickin' dye plantations, don't we? Yes, we sure do. What if we sell these abroad? What if we sell these to Russia? We can sell a lot of these to Russia. I'm going to go on a campaign of sales. We've been trying to sell our fruit all game. It's not happening. Yeah. That's protectionism for you. Prussia and Austria have stopped embargoing. We're still kicking around at rank 5. We haven't surpassed Russia and Prussia yet, which makes me think that they built up their navies at the same time we built up our navy. Or maybe our navies are just still in the process of hiring all the people they need. We've got maxed out military wages, right? Yes, we are. Alright, so I'm not worried about that. Taxes are low as heck. That's right, taxes are low as heck. If I run out of foreign capital, I can just increase taxes back up to normal. Back up to the middle of the road. Or at least to just below the middle of the road. And then things will be just great. Perfect. I might turn this into a republic. I'm not sure yet. Things are going really well from a loyalist perspective. I'm going to hold off. I don't actually want necessarily Northern American expansion right now. I think the less I can see of the United States, the better. That's my take on things. Although we are in a trade agreement. What I want to be friends with is the Hudson Bay Company. Because the idea of an Austrian puppet in Canada has me just absolutely tickled pink. El Salvadorian capitalists revolt against Mexico. Let's see what becomes of this. Actually, let's look at our construction queue. We're actually done with our construction queue. Oh, heck. So, where does that leave our market? Let's see. We're actually quite short on iron. So we're going to need a significant increase in iron production. So let's build up 10 levels each in Lima and Ica. We'll put a few more levels in Mato Grosso, and 10 more, and we'll max out Baja Paraguay, and we'll put a few more in Para as well. We should have one state we can... No? Para's not there yet? Got a level 2 urban center. Oh, but we don't have enough rubber plantations. Hold on. We'll put this one at the top so that we can get this event popping. Amazonas also needs better industry. Let's go ahead and get them some furniture manufacturers, perhaps? Luxury furniture is cheap, but we can't sell that anywhere. Luxury furniture is a good thing to build up in Amazonas. So we'll do some logging camps, and then we'll make some luxury furniture. Or some furniture. Furniture manufactories and logging camps mesh well together because keeping the supply chain in one area helps with prices. Diplomatic pact income is holding steady. Danish-Dutch rivalry ended. Well, I'm glad you sorted your stuff out. Still improving relations with the Netherlands. I've been doing that a long time. I suppose I could begin improving relations with Denmark. They were my rivals way back in the day, but we've very much eclipsed them at this point. Hey, we made it up to position number 3. So that's because of the navies. That's because of the navies. We're up to 71 ships in our Armada Nacional. I think it's time for an army expansion. I want another 15 battalions of trench infantry in my main army. Despicable neutrality. Despicable neutrals. What could make a mind turn to neutrality? Greed? Lust for gold? Or were they just born with hearts full of neutrality? The public agitation against Gaspar Saldanha da Gama has inspired... The public agitation that Gaspar Saldanha da Gama has inspired against universal suffrage has led the petite bourgeoisie to refuse to support the law in its current state. We regret to inform you that our mind is set on this matter. It is clear that popular support is viciously against the law in its current form, and we have no interest in siding with a proposal that has been demonstrated to be toxic in totality. Amend the law to make it more palatable to support. Extra enactment chance, petite bourgeoisie happy, increased enactment time, or make it clear to the petite bourgeoisie that they are not necessary. We'll do the first one, because I can get that enactment chance. Actually, now I realize I've got the petite bourgeoisie in government. I could maybe pull in an agitator who would help me do this, who aligns with them. So let's see. You're a reformer. That does not help me. Wow, okay, and all the others are positivists. Neat. Alright, that's nice. I could get a radical Miroslav Bozanovic. If I could get a radical heading up the intelligentsia, that would really, really help me. Because currently I only have the rural folk making this happen with a social democrat. But I don't have the ability to... Let me just... Yeah, I've got a cooldown on grant leadership. But if I brought him in, he might at least help. I don't know. I don't really know how this works. But let's invite Bozanovic, and he'll make this thing happen. He's very popular. So, the duel. Emilio Bra that's the authoritarian trade unions guy, has challenged Getulio de Boraper Rohan, the landowner's jingoist guy, to a duel to the death. The aura surrounding their two figures is like something out of a romantic novel. Getulio de Boraper Rohan smiles. He's been rehearsing this moment before falling asleep. Emilio Braz, you are a friendless bastard. Your insults cannot go unanswered. Pick a weapon of choice and we shall meet tomorrow. Let them fight! That's unfortunate. He was part of the ruling family. So who's heading up the trade unions now? Oh no, this is the guy who, yes. It's the landowners. We've got a historical character, Rodriguez Alves. He's a moderate. Well, that's just fine. Oh my goodness, he was the heir apparent. That's wild. Oh no, oh no, oh no. The guy I just invited is gone. Fine. I'm not even going to read it. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, Netherlands changed flags. You changed flags, Netherlands. You went to the Russian market. You're a protector of Russia now. Interesting. I didn't even realize. That's wild. I don't know how you became so, but it's odd. It's very odd. So, that's right. I was doing a military expansion. North Italian mass migration. Wonderful. So I'm putting in another 15 battalions of infantry, and I think we'll just round that up to another 5. We'll go up to 50. 50, and then we'll do an additional 5 battalions of cavalry. Put those in Minas Gerais. And we'll do another 20 battalions of artillery. Ooh. No fighters in Antioquia. Let me see, how many more battalions are there? I need 7 more. Perfect. And Polish mass immigration too. Excellent. We're getting a lot of mass immigration, and that's very good for me because I'm trying to get the population up. And the population is going up. So our current target is 57 million. I think it went up because we we established some protectorates down here. I think that's why. 14 months. Have you finished out eating this territory yet? No. I think someone else is going to do that, but that's all right. It's not a tragedy. I think we'll just let these finish out, and then we'll do the military expansion. Yeah, and then we'll queue in something else. So, what do we need more of? We certainly don't... Liquor's really cheap in our market, right? Liquor's always cheap in my market. I think the liquor situation is kind of unbalanced. No, liquor's kind of medium. So, we can definitely use an expansion of the food industries. Keeping food affordable is a very important part of developing a functioning economy. Groceries specifically. Let's put 5 O's in Santa Cruz as well. Again, I'm trying to kind of distribute my industry so that I can have higher standards of living in a lot of different areas. Come on, universal suffrage. The people's opposition. The activities of Gaspar Saldanha da Gama. Once again, this guy is the leader of the armed forces. Oh no, he's an agitator in the armed forces. Have stirred up significant public opposition for the enactment of universal suffrage. Certain figures in the petite bourgeoisie are concerned as to how this could affect the support amongst the people. A sea of papers blanketed the walls of the capital, regardless of the sanitary service's valiant nightly attempts to remove them. Quintino Bocaiuva stabbed a finger at a building at random. Do you see that? How am I supposed to arrange support for the measure if it could be my home being vandalized next? Open a dialogue with the opposition? Movement to preserve gets lower radicalism but not weaker. And reduce enactment time, or their concerns are wholly unfounded, they get weaker. I'm going to do the first one. Reduce enactment time is good, and weakening the movement against it is also good. Hey, old age pensions people, you mind agitating for the vote, please? Please try to do a vote. Brazilian naval power is looking solid. And I think as we get this land power that we're working on sorted out, we'll eventually be able to move up into maybe the rank 2 position. So it's been kind of a quiet episode. We're taking another run at universal suffrage, and we've turned Argentina into a dominion, and otherwise we're just relaxing, chillaxing, living out our living our truth and trading and just doing a lot of the things that a country's got to do in order to get by in 1905. So it's been an episode. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun as well, and I will see you on the other side.